Hi everyone, this is Francine Garcia, your Super Serena Queen of Queens.
Hi, Miss Francia. Actually, ang tagal ko na kayong nakikita sa TV lang. So, parang hindi ako makapaniwala na guest ko si Miss Francine ngayon. Well, anyways po, so, this month is Pride Month. So, meron po kasi kaming mga hindi nalalaman about paano po ba yung pag-search ninyo ng partner ninyo for yung long-lasting na partner, especially, ano po ba yung preferred ninyo na partner?
I actually don't know kasi katulad ng question mo, what's my preference? It all boils down to preferences. Ang hirap din kasing maghanap kasi sometimes kakahanap mo hindi siya lalo dumadating. But kung hindi mo siya hinahanap, it comes naturally. So ayun lang. So ang hirap lang din talaga kasi not just with the community but I think with cisgendered people. 'Di ba? So parang hindi lang din naman siya because we are part of the community. We're part of the LGBT, that's why mahirap. I think in general mahirap makahanap ng partner, especially yung the kind of partner that we want. So yun.
Okay. Pero nung nagkaroon naman na po kayo ng partner before or
Piliin tayo, babe. Piliin. It's just that it hindi nag-work. May mga choices na mali. So, hindi nag-work.
I see. Pero usually po, kasi di ba, meron silang mga term na, because I have a lot of friends na within LGBTQ community. So, question po dun is, meron po kasing, kagaya sabi niyo, may mga preference naman talaga. So, yung iba is, they prefer na someone na straight. So, is it really hard? Kasi ang usual po na nagiging ending is parang nagkakaroon sila ng expectation or parang nagkakaroon ng expectation in the beginning of the relationship na dadating din sila sa time na they will look for a real woman, ganon. Paano po kaya yun na manage or paano po yun naging expectation sa mga ganong scenario?
When you enter a relationship, hindi mo naman iisipin na eventually your partner will end up with a cisgendered person. Not just with transgendered women, I think with trans men as well. Napakadaming may mga lifetime partners na hindi naman, siguro kasi na-manage nila because hindi nila hindi nila fini-feed sa utak ng tao na kasi 'di ba, example, kapag ka nag-aaway kayo, 'di ba, sinasabi nila palagi kapag ka konting away, konting kibot, maghiwalay na tayo, maghiwalay na tayo. Sa ending, naghiwalay lang sila. Kasi kakasabi mo ng kakasabi ng ganon, na ma-manifest din siya eh. So, whenever I enter a relationship, personally, hindi ko naman iniisip na eventually maghahanap ng girl kasi hindi siya part nung thinking ko when I enter a relationship. Though, siguro, kung hindi kami magkakatuluyan, it may, but not necessarily na isipin ko na ganun. Di ba kasi when you're in a relationship, when you're starting a relationship, ang gusto mo na din naman is lifetime partner. So, hindi naman talaga iisipin mo na eventually ganyan, eventually maghihiwalay kayo, eventually maghahanap ng ganito, maghahanap ng ganyan. No. Kasi, sometimes, mas mahirap na, sometimes, nafe-feel ng partner mo that you're pushing him away. Kakasabi mo ng ganon. Diba parang, sa mga relationships, minsan, katulad nung sinabi ko kanina, kakasabi mo na maghiwalay na lang tayo, konting kibot, konting away, nagsasabi ka na maghiwalay na tayo. Ang ending, naiisip tuloy nung partner mo na, oo nga, maghiwalay na nga lang tayo. Kasi ganun at ganun lang din naman yung sinasabi mo.
I see. Okay. So, when it comes naman po dun sa finding it, kasi sabi ninyo, kung saan naman siya dumarating. But, I don't know if naging part siya, or syempre, meron kayong mga friends, how is it ba paano yung regular na paghahanap ng partner ng...
Hindi ko din alam eh. Kasi hindi din naman talaga ako naghahanap. Kapag ka may dumating, kapag ka may nagkakilala and we like each other, why not? Let's give it a try.
Okay.
Lalo na nung kabagetsan ko kasi, di ba, hindi naman not necessarily hanapin natin siya. Maghanap tayo ng jowa, maghanap tayo ng ganito, maghanap tayo ng ganyan. No. It doesn't work like that. Kasi minsan kakaganon natin, minsan lalo siyang hindi dumadating, lalo siya nagiging mailap.
Pero what can you say about dun sa mga part ng ganito na they like searching online and then they...
That's pretty normal, I think. Kasi, I don't think naman naghahanap din naman sila ng jowa agad. Social media is a form of communication to be acquainted with other people. It just happens na nakakahanap sila ng pag-ibig online. And it's beautiful.
Ano po bang mga, for example, yung mga man po ba or straight guy na nagkakaroon ng relationship sa part ng LGBTQ, are they considered bi or gay or they are still straight?
I can only speak for myself. And it's not for me to out someone. And though, if a guy if a straight man enters a relationship with transgendered woman, he's still straight. Because, trans women live our lives 7 days a week, 24/7, as a woman.
Okay.
I mean, most of us does that. And hindi naman and when you're in a relationship, hindi mo naman iniisip yung partner mo eh. What matters is kung paano kayo magkasama. Ganun. So, going back to your question, so ang question pala na gusto mo palang tumbukin kanina pa na hindi mo lang matanong is kung ang lalaki ba pumatol sa bakla, bakla na din. Yun ba siya?
Somehow like that, yeah.
Okay. So, kung halimbawa, let's talk about science and nature. Kung halimbawa, ang aso ay pumatol sa tao. Halimbawa, di ba may mga aso tayo na malalandi, nasa paa natin. So, yung aso ba nagiging tao?
No.
Yun yung answer.
Okay. Thank you for that. Because marami kasing marami nagre-revolve ng mga ganong questions. Kasi minsan, nadjudge nila yung straight guy na nagmamahal ng part ng LGBTQ na bakla na rin daw. So, yun lang. Kasi I know that there's a lot of people na nagja-judge dun sa mga taong gano'n. And nakakatuwa kasi there's a certain parang game show siya ngayon na hinuhost ni Miss Marion Honor na nagkaroon siya ng ganong specific na session na mukha sila lahat, parang straight guys sila lahat. And then yung contender nila or yung searchy nila is trans woman. So, iba-iba. So, yun, yung mga nagsisirculate lang po na ganong question. Parang, you just wanna clear things out. Kasi ayaw din natin na parang, kasi yung iba, di ba, akala nila, mali lang yung nararamdaman nila. And then, nag-i-step
Well, you cannot
out sila
choose
sa
who to love.
relationship.
I don't think you can choose who to love. You love your mom.
Yes.
Does that make you gay?
No.
Kung lalaki, mahal niya yung tatay niya, does that make him gay?
No.
Oh, pero same-sex sila.
Yes.
Diba? So, ibang level lang ng love. Ibang level lang ng... Ibang kind of love lang, but still, it's love. So, not necessarily. Hindi naman porket jowa mo trans, jowa mo ganon. Diba?
Okay. So, yan clear na dun sa mga nagsisirculate ng mga ganong, kasi, yun lang po kasi syempre, yun nga, sabi ninyo, we cannot choose kung sino yung mamahalin natin. Kusa kasi siya na nararamdaman. Kasi yung iba is parang, mayroong mga part ng LGBTQ na nagkaroon ng ganyan experience and then, na sasabi nila na if I had a choice na hindi ako naging ganito, sana hindi na lang kasi ang hirap maghanap ng magmamahal ng pangmatagalan. So what can you advise dun sa mga naka-experience ng ganun and parang nagkaroon na sila ng trauma to try to love again because of that?
It's the lover, not the love, who broke your heart. Yun. Hindi naman yung love ang nag-break ng heart nila eh. Yung lover naman nila yun eh. So, love and love lang. Because love is love.
Right. Well, kayo po ba is ngayon ay ano yung mai-advise ninyo dun sa mga younger generation na nasa part ng LGBTQ, especially
In terms of...
in terms of like pagmamahal.
Experience love because it's very, very beautiful. Love is super beautiful and that's the best thing that you can experience in life. More than anything. More than maging maganda, more than palakpakan, more than purihin. When you experience love, it's addicting. So, love lang ng love.
Right. Thank you so much. But anyways, this is a kind of, I don't know if this is kind of offensive sa part ng community. But, di po ba usually na kapag nagmamahal daw ang bakla, it's bigay todo. That's why kapag ang babae, for example, ay gumagastos ng bongga sa lalaki, they are putting a title na bakla ka kasi magmahal. Is it how do you see yung mga ganong terminologies ng
Even in straight relationships, I don't think, no. Even in straight relationship, I think whoever has more tends to give more. Hindi lang naman siya sa mga, sa community. Hindi lang yun sa mga part ng community, hindi lang sa mga bakla, sa mga tomboy, hindi lang ganun. Kahit yung mga straight na lalaki at mga babae naman, whoever has more tends to give more.
Yes.
Kung sino mas maraming pera, kung sino mas maraming pinagkakakitaan, at kung sino mas nakakaangat-angat, of course, technically, siya ang mas gumagastos. Pero kung halimbawang nagpapakasyunga ka, problema mo na yun. Kung obviously niloloko ka naman na, and all, tapos gastos ka pa din ng gastos, ikaw na yun.
yeah.
Huwag ka na lang iiyak kasi kita mo naman, diba?
Kasi actually, di ba, usually ganun nga sila nababansagan. Like, they give everything. Totoo yun, yung sinabi mo na kapag kung sino yung mas madami, they tend to give more. Kasi, kasi yung tao, di ba, meron tayong instinct na talagang we care and winners. Especially kapag ikaw yung nasa feminine side ng relationship, you have a tend to care and nurture yung tao na mahal mo. Yeah. Well, anyways, as of now po ba, kayo ay nag-explore pa sa love or what are the things na naging lesson sa inyo ng mga previews?
Hindi naman. Hindi ko magets yung exploring. What do you mean explore?
Do you still, are you currently looking for a
No,
life
again, no. Let's go back to the first question. I'm not trying to find. If it comes, it will come. I'll be happy. Diba? Pero not necessarily searching. Longing, pwede, pero searching, no. Kasi minsan, pag pinilit mo, lalong hindi eh. It won't work.
Sabi mo nga, love is beautiful. When did you start?
Loving.
Yeah.
Romantically, my first boyfriend was when I was 17. So, may mga crush-crush naman na ako nung 14, 12, ganyan. May mga crush-crush naman na ako nun. But loving per se, the first boyfriend that I had was when I was 17.
And gano'n siya nag-last?
Saglit lang yun. It was super quick because I had to fly to Cebu because I won a competition. And then, I had to fly to Cebu for work. So, at that time, syempre, hindi pa naman katulad now na ang social media is nandyan lang na mabilis. So, hindi din nag-work.
Oh, I see. That's the first relationship that you have. Okay. And then, after that, syempre, yung 2013 na nanalo ka, 2013 yun na nanalo ka sa Super, ilang taon ka nun?
Hindi ko sasagutin.
Kasi 17 nung nagka-first.
Bahala ka na.
Is it okay if I will ask you about the yung recent na news about yung pagdami nung case
Na?
ng HIV?
I think it's okay. Kasi ano naman siya eh. General knowledge naman siya.
And what can you say, kasi most or majority daw is men.
Eh, malibog sila eh. Diba? No, I mean, DOH naman and mga influencers, mga people, hindi naman din nagkulang sa pagpapaalala ng ABC. Napakasimple. A, abstain. B, be faithful. C, condom. Ganun lang kasimple yun. If you can't abstain, if you can't be faithful, wear condom. Ganun lang kasimple siya. Kasi nagiging tabu pa rin up to now yung condom use. Na, ang pangit lang din sa Philippines, kapag halimbawa bumili ka ng condom, parang pag-iisipan ka pa. Diba na, oh my gosh, hello, it's made for that. At
Yes.
least safe. So it's always best na bumili ka na lang ng condom kaysa naman magsisi ka after. Diba? So, sana yung mga meron na or super active when it comes to their sex lives, sana maging let's do and let's use precautionary measures. If you can't abstain, be faithful. If you can't be faithful, wear condom.
Yeah, that's it. Okay ko lang nalaman yung ABC na yun.
Lagi naman siya.
Yeah. Well, yun. So, for awareness na rin dun sa iba. Because, yun, bigla rin lang siya nag-spike recently or naging topic siya bigla sa news, which is parang biglang na bring up out of nowhere yung ganun.
Well, men are malibog in general. 'Di ba? Hindi naman na natin sila sinisisi at hindi naman na natin ginagaslight or anything. It's just that, again, abstain, be faithful, or wear condom.
Okay. Remember that ABC. Dapat lagi ninyong dinadala yan guys saan kayo pumunta. Yes. Yes, very kasi napaka na rin ngayon. Well, when it comes to the kind of dating ba ngayon, since we're in this generation na may social media na, and mas madali na sumali sa mga groups, and mas madali na yung communication or para makapag-engage or para magkaroon ka ng bagong taong kakilala in just, it's just one message away and you're there. What can you say about these people na they hung up or they hook up at the first meetup?
Eh kung trip nila yun, wala naman tayong magagawa doon. Eh, choice naman nila yun, GV. Good vibes lang, diba? Kung trip nila yun, go, why not?
Yeah. Well, that's in general. Diba? So it's not just...
Gusto nila yun eh, kung nagkataon naman na wala silang ginagawa parehas at sakto naman na gusto nila makamit ng ibang tao, why not?
Right. Because, kahit na kasi ganito naka-advance yung technology na meron tayo and the way of how we communicate to other people now, and kung gaano kabilis yung communication and para makakilala ng bagong tao. We still have this culture as a Filipino na, alam niyo, nada-judge tayo ng mga older people na dapat dumaan sa ganitong proseso. Kaya, ayun.
Wala namang masama maging old school when it comes to that. When it comes to relationship, ako, I consider myself old school. Kung halimbawa nakamit ako ng guy online and he likes me, I like him, still go through the process ng ligawan, knowing each other, get to know each other, para at least, kung, in the event na sa stage pa lang ng ligawan, ma-realize nyo na you're not compatible at hindi kayo mag-work together, might as well, wag nyo na sayangin yung oras ng isa't isa. So, it's okay. Old school talaga is old school. Pero ang maganda lang ngayon, kasi syempre yung mga bagets, like ko din naman sinasabi to, sa mga bagets, enjoy nyo lang yung youth ninyo. So, magjowa kayo hanggat gusto ninyo. 'Di ba? But protect your heart always.
Okay. So, if ever na magkaroon ng dumating man sa'yo, you still go to that process?
Oo naman.
Okay.
Well, hindi ako naniniwala sa let's meet now and then tayo na. Hindi totoo yun. Hindi ako naniniwala sa I love you nilang charing. It's so easy to say I love you, but it's very, very difficult. It's next to impossible to prove it. Diba? So, hindi ako naniniwala sa ganon. Yung first meet pa lang, I love you. Gusto talaga kita. Ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. O tapos, nagde-date pa nga lang tayo, may charing-charing ka na. Alam mo yun, nang e-etching ka na, may kasama ka ng iba sa pagkatapos nating mag-date, pagkatapos nating mag-dinner, pagkatapos nating manood ng sine, may pupuntahan ka namang iba. Ano yan? So, anong point? Diba? Huwag na nating lokohin yung mga sarili natin. Huwag na nating sayangin yung oras ng isa't isa. Kung maglolokohan lang tayo, might as well stop.
But do you still believe na yung mga taong dumadaan sa ganyang proseso bago sila pumasok dun sa may label na relationship, yun nag-i-invest talaga at nag-e-effort yung isang side? Is it really hard to forget? I mean, mas mahihirapan ba talagang i-let go ka sa panahon ngayon? Kasi 'di ba, may kasabihan before na yung mabilis, what do you call this? Nakalimutan ko yung right term. Wait. Yung easy to get, easy to forget. Di ba? We have that old
Cliche.
Oo.
Hindi din naman. Kasi, paano ba? Na-lost ako, sorry. Ano ulit yung question?
Like, do you think na applicable pa siya sa panahon ngayon? Yung easy to get, easy to forget?
Nasa tao pa din naman yun eh. Kung mabilis siya makalimot talaga, kung, I'm so sorry for the term, kung kantot kalimot talaga siya, wala tayong magagawa doon. Diba? Pero, minsan kasi feeling ng mga tao kapag ka nagpapaligaw ka is parang, ang luma mo naman. So parang tamad na din sila. At the same time, killjoy mo naman. Gagawin. Diba?
Yeah. Yun actually kasi yung concept kasi, di ba, we still want that old school na way ng panliligaw and process.
So, nasa sa'yo yun. Kung gusto mo ng old school na panliligaw, go. 'Di ba? At least you know your value, you know your worth. 'Di ba? Kung magpapaget ka, edi go. Pero kung, syempre, kung gusto mo ng gusto mo talaga ng long term, 'di ba? At least sa ligawan naman kasi para daw din naman kayo magjowa na walang label. At the same time, nalalaman niyo na yung ugali ng isa't isa. 'Di ba? Yung gusto niyo at yung ayaw ninyo. Now, kung kung mababalance out ninyo, kung pwede ninyong palagpasin yung mga pangit and i-hone pa yung magaganda, then go. 'Di ba? Pero kung hindi, at least, mas mabilis makapag-move on. Kasi alam mo naman to begin with na you're not in a relationship.
Okay. So, yun yung difference niya. Kasi, if ever that they started, yun nga, sabi mo kanina, minsan, once they meet, sila na. And the difference is, yung dumaan mo na dun sa process ng getting to know each other bago. Kasi, do you believe na if nagsisimula pa lang yung relationship nila and there's okay, let me repeat. Kapag let's specify this first day nilang mag-meet or first day, then sila na. And then there's...
Sometimes it works.
Yeah. But if there's like, you know, as... I don't know, meron kasi akong mga nababasa na meron silang mga nililigawan na long term and syempre they put the effort. 'Di ba? But meron ding mga magjojowa or naging magjowa na sila. Like yung guy is napao niya na yung nililigawan niya. And this yung napasagot niyang partner is still hesitant to do a sexual intercourse. And they said na, hindi mo naman ako mahal kasi hindi mo kaya ibigay.
Mm.
What can you say about that? Is that really a basis dun sa mga...
Sex is part of a relationship, but it's not necessary. Kasi di ba meron naman mga tao na hindi naman sex yung gusto. I mean, it's part of it. Part talaga siya ng relationship. Hindi mo talaga siya matatanggal. Pero, katulad nung sinabi ko kanina, sa ligawan stage kasi doon mo malalaman kung halimbawang meron siyang mga bad sides na forgivable at kaya pang tanggapin. If hindi talaga, then why push for it?
Yeah, so kapag may mga red flags na, it's really up to you naman talaga.
Nasa iyo naman talaga yun, di ba? Kasi kahit naman kahit ang dami-daming red flags, di ba minsan naman sa buhay natin, naging syunga-syunga din naman tayo. Sa dami ng red flags, nasa harapan na natin, we choose not to see. They say love is blind, love is not blind, the lover is the one who's blind. Nabubulag ka kasi dun sa nangyayari, kahit nasa harapan mo na yung red flags, you choose not to believe it. You choose not to see it. Not because you're blind, but you're trying to make yourself blind.
Lahat tayo dumaan doon. So there's a time ng relationship mo na nagkaroon ka ng ganyang experience.
Kakasabi ko lang naman na dumaan tayong lahat. So pertaining na even I, of course. 'Di ba? Even the pinakamatalinong tao, 'di ba? Natatanga sa pag-ibig. So yun siya.
So, wait lang po. Yung susunod na question ko nawala. Yeah, but I so love it kasi yung ganitong buhay ngayon na na-expedite na lahat ng bagay and express na rin lahat kasi unlike before. And how is it to handle a relationship in this time na sobrang dami na kaliwat kanan na yung mga pwedeng tukso. You know, there's a lot of cheating issues recently.
Kung lalandi talaga sila kahit anong bantay ang gawin mo. Kung lalandi sila, they'll find a way. They'll make it happen. So, hindi mo talaga siya makakontrol.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Choice ng partner mo yun. Kung lalandi talaga siya, wala ka magagawa nun. Kahit gaano ka kabait, kahit gaano ka ka-perfect, kahit gaano ka I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Kahit gaano ka almost perfect, seem perfect, kung lalandi talaga yung partner mo, kahit wala kang ginagawang masama. Wala talaga. Yun talaga.
Hindi mo makakontrol kasi ibang personality na siya. Do you give second chances?
Once is enough. 2 is too much. Diba? Kung halimbawa bago pa lang kayo, kaya katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, going back. Yun ang maganda kasi kapag kaligawan, yung kapag nakakita ka na agad ng umpisa pa lang, like for example, 1 month pa lang naman kayo nagde-date, 1 month pa lang kayo magkakilala, nagkikita-kita pa lang kayong dalawa for 1 month, tapos puro red flags na agad. You can let go. No second chances. Bakit pa? Nandito pa nga lang tayo sa ligawan stage na dapat kinikilig lang tayo, happy lang tayo, good vibes lang tayo, pero may red flags ka na agad, malandi ka na agad sa iba. So,
Right.
bakit kailangan may second chances? Though, kapag halimbawa naman na medyo matagal na kayo, mga 1 year, 2 years, doon pa lang lumalabas yung mga baka baka naguguluhan lang yung utak niya, baka masyado na siyang na-get used doon sa relationship ninyo, baka feeling niya, baka tumingin sa iba or ano, pwede naman mag-second chance. Depende sa lalim ng relationship ninyo. Pero di ba, kaya masarap pa din talaga ang magpaligaw and be old school.
Yeah.
Kasi doon pa lang makikita mo na talaga kung kaya mo or hindi. So, one red flag is enough.
Okay.
Diba?
Yeah. So, nakikinig kayong lahat ha. So, old school is still better. Than
For me,
yeah. How do you see yourself dun sa mga latter part na ng life mo? Are you like really looking forward to have someone na makakasama?
of course, I still dream of wearing a white wedding gown. I picture myself. Minamanifest ko talaga siya na magpakasal talaga ako. Ganon.
Oh, I see. So, hindi lang siya yung bastang gusto mo lang na meron kang kasama araw-araw dun sa pagtanda mo, but you want to get married and you wear.
Hindi naman necessary, but it will be very, very beautiful. It will be a very beautiful one for the books. But kung hindi, okay lang naman kasi hindi din naman sa marriage. Kasi ang dami-daming, sorry ha, ang daming cisgendered people na married, who are married, na hindi din naman nagtagal.
Oh.
Diba? So, hindi naman siya necessary. Pero sana magkaroon because it gives protection. Both ways.
Kasi 'di ba, meron akong mga kakilala na nagsasabi na okay na yung mga pamangkin ko na lang yung mag-aalaga sa akin. Kumbaga parang they accepted na because of what they are, na parang ready na sila na lang mabubuhay mag-isa pagtanda nila. What can you say? Or anong masasabi mo dun sa mga ganun, na parang naging hopeless na sila na magkaroon ng partner?
Hindi ka naman naghahanap ng partner para magkaroon ng mag-aalaga sa'yo eh. You enter a relationship, you stick with your partner because you love waking up every day with someone beside you. Diba? Hindi naman siya para kuhaan ka ng tubig dahil nahihirapan ka or suklayan ka dahil hindi mo na kaya. Though it will be very nice. Diba? Pero hindi naman talaga yun yung main purpose kung ba't ka nagjowa para mag-alaga. Same thing goes kapag may mga friends ako na nagsasabi na sana magkaroon ako ng anak para may mag-alaga sa akin pagtanda. Don't give people that burden. Hindi ka mag-adopt or hindi ka gagawa ng bata for the sake na alagaan ka nila pagtanda. Diba? Give them life, nurture them, pero not necessarily na magbubuo ka ng family, kukuha ka ng baby, gagawa kayo ng baby, for the sake na may mag-alaga sa'yo. Hindi nila obligasyon yun. Obligasyon mong palakihin yung bata, pero hindi niya obligasyon na alagaan ka. Maybe find someone who will take care of you and help you. Diba? Pero not necessarily na sila mismo yung mag-aalaga sa'yo. Don't give them that burden.
Totoo. Actually, yun ang mga thinking ng mga batang 90s. I don't know, kasi 90s baby ako. So, the reason why ayoko pang mag-anak is because naranasan ko kung gaano kahirap ang buhay before. And then, yun nga, parang nasasalo kasi. Parang, di ba, ang usual na culture ng Pilipino is nag-aanak para may mag-alaga pagtanda. Which is we have to parang break that curse kasi hindi naman talaga responsibilidad ng anak ang magulang. It's actually a good deed na lang ng anak kung pagtanda ng magulang niya is mag-aalaga pa rin siya or susuportahan niya financially kung hindi man kaya. But ikaw po ba, you're planning to adopt?
I'm looking forward. Why not? Kung dumating. Kasi it's a blessing. Angel.
Yes.
Cute.
Yes. Okay. But, would it be like, okay, let's put it this way. is it going to be an adopted child or you wanted parang sa'yo galing? Is it still possible?
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
possible anymore.
Oh.
I've had my SRS in 2011. So it's not possible for me anymore. So adoption is an option. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, sorry, natanong ko yun.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. Okay. So, I think that's probably it. At least we touched yung latter part nung kung paano mo na-pursue yung sarili mo when parang pag tumanda ka na, and it's so beautiful kasi the good thing about what you said dun sa whole na pag-uusap natin, sa whole conversation natin is love is just beautiful.
Mm-mm.
Diba? It doesn't choose what gender it is.
Oo naman.
And kung sino yung mamahalin mo at kung sino yung magmamahal sa'yo.
So yan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Sorry talaga kasi medyo kinakabahan ako.
Relax.
Grabe. Well, anyways, thank you so much, Miss Francine.
Thank you.
And sana sa mga susunod pa, if may chance pa, and mas ma-improve ko yung sarili ko on the way, medyo kabado lang. And I know kasi na maraming manonood nito. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you like this episode, and until next time. Bye-bye.